And we're back with another episode of the John Wayne Search Protected podcast. Alex Midway here.
This is Eric Halsey. How we doing out there, everybody?
Just recording this thing the day after the whole inauguration. And shocker, the Ukraine war is still going on and gas prices have not gone down. So,
but eggs also not down yet.
Still up. But it has been an eventful 24 hours. That's kind of a main thing we wanted to pop us in for. Just we knew it was going to be just a slew of things, and some of the stuff that's come up is hilarious. Some is downright scary, but we just wanted to talk about a few things, get a few feels on it, and kind of go in a little bit of depth on the meaning behind some of these orders that were passed.
Actually, Alex, I am getting a message from the producers over here at 6040 Productions, and they're saying, no, please don't. Only talk about the hat.
Which hat is that?
I'm guessing that would be the Hamburglar Undertaker 1994. Please don't kiss me hat.
The memes for that hat. Another one I saw was essentially Sigourney Weaver with the aliens bit.
Yes.
The Queen aliens next to her. The Pizza Hut, I think, is the best one, personally.
Well, you've always been a buffet style man, so
we need to bring back the Hut.
Making the Hut great again.
I mean, if there's one thing this thing brings back, it's pizzas in a cast iron. I'm cool with that.
All right, so unfortunately, we cannot only make this whole podcast about the hat. Where should we start? I'm guessing it's going to be about our national border emergency.
Let's talk about the real Mexicans and not the snow Mexicans. Apparently, they're either taking our jobs or they're bringing fentanyl or doing something else that's horrible for this country. But coming from the gas ovens and the guns. But we passed. There's a crisis down there apparently. So one of the first things Trump did, and one of the first things, the main things he campaigned on was that border crisis. And boy, oh boy, now we can deploy troops down there instead of just walls that fall over in a light snow. But yeah, that's the first thing that he passed.
Well, as long as it's not just a vanity project.
Yeah, no. It's not like when they all went down there and took a look at the walls and they're like, wow, these things suck. And then Bannon, I believe, ran a whole thing where he was indicted in New York for $20 million for taking money from voters and, buying a yacht. But I'm sure this time's different.
Well, I mean, from what everything I've been reading so far said he was just unfairly prosecuted and demonized. And this Garland fella's gonna finally get his comeuppance.
Finally. It's always good to do your own research. And God, do I hate that word now. Anytime I hear about it, it's like, I didn't do any research. Like, opposite day, homie.
Honestly, it's the people that really start doing their own research that bother me. The Aaron Rodgerses of the world.
It's like right after 17 dudes try to kill me the entire game, I like to get on the internet and read up on a few things and tell a career doctor that he's wrong. Like, yeah, sounds good, Aaron.
Like, yeah, but I've been in a sensory deprivation room for more than 3 days. So which one of our medical schools really matters,
Guy walks out of that freaking place with a Ouija board. Be like, it spoke to me like, how, Aaron? Like, there's no light in there. It's like, I can see in a third plane. Like, shut up.
Ayahuasca has opened my third eye. And
don't get me wrong.
What? If there was ever a guy who deserved to end up on the Jets.
God, I hope they hire Sexy Rexy again and give him a 10-year guaranteed contract.
You should just. I hope he changes Mark Sanchez's number from to Rodgers is.
Is Sanchez even going to be in the country after the ice teams come in? Which actually brings us over to the birthright citizenship ban.
Let's do that on settled law. Let's start there.
Yeah. He's a defender of the Constitution, got the Constitution, his little Bible as well. And one of the first things he does is pass the birthright citizenship ban. This one's it's kind of tricky. In the fact that I can kind of understand some of it. It doesn't apply to anybody who's in the country legally, but it's completely different from what's written in the Constitution.
Yeah, absolutely. I get the argument that, you crossed over illegally, the child's born here, fruit from a poisonous tree, type of thing. Like I get the argument, but I mean, it's been this way since we've been a country. It's
Yeah.
I mean, it's the most settled law we have, which we've found out, with the Supreme Court is not really a thing anymore. So
times change, so do we. Might as well rewrite the Constitution.
Yeah, what I don't get it, what I'm not understanding is, right. So you're born here on American soil, and then we tell you you're not a citizen. You're not an American. Where do you go?
Well, it's apparently the whole thing about it is it doesn't start until about 30 days from being passed. And God knows when and if it gets passed. I mean, the ACLU already has something up against it. The whole thing behind the argument is the writing in the Constitution. And since we all like to drum up the whole Second Amendment thing, I figured I'd just go ahead and read the first line of the 14th Amendment. All persons born or naturalized in the United States, so born or naturalized, and subject to the jurisdiction thereof. I mean, if you're United States, you're kind of subject to the jurisdiction, are citizens of the United States and the state wherein they reside. It seems pretty simple to me. I don't know. What do you think?
I think simple doesn't matter anymore. I think the forefathers got it right with 2A, and we're clearly wrong about everyone else. And that's what I'm getting. That's the gist I'm getting now. It's, they were 100% right about 250-year-old technology, but now, no. There's no way they could have foreseen this. This is where they were wrong. They were right with 2A, but no.
Do you remember that one Family Guy where it's a cutaway of him writing essentially the Constitution, and he's like, "Yeah, right to bear arms." He's like, no one could ever misinterpret that. And it's like they go to a wall and it's just a pair of bear arms.
A lot of people can't stand him. I think the guy's a genius. I think Family Guy's been on the air for as long as it has for a reason. It's
got its ups and downs. I'm more of an American Dad guy myself, but I can see the appeal in Family Guy. Yeah. So now, since we're talking about the 2A, why don't we go ahead and jump on into the pardons? Everybody made a big deal about Biden doing a bunch of pardons, but day one, got 1,500 buddies being pardoned. So the people who rushed the Capitol, the January 6th patriots, they're being pardoned. And so for a while, they were talking about not pardoning any kind of people who did any of the crimes. But that seems to have gone out the window.
I did listen to a J.D. Vance interview where he said, obviously these people were clearly, picked on and, unjustly, convicted and arrested. And, and obviously if you attacked an officer and then he kind of just sort of trailed off and was like, yeah, we'll look into it. Like,
yada.
They're all going free. They're all this is the new Patriots. This is, yeah.
I took a little bit of time. I actually looked into this one a little bit. Do you know who the two guys released first are?
Was it the Proud Boy guy?
No, they just got released right now. But this was earlier on. These boys got released on Monday. They are actually just got put in the jail. And it's a feel-good story because it's a pair of brothers. So it's kind of cool. So let's see. It's Matthew and Andrew Valentin. So Matthew has 2 felony counts of assaulting or impeding certain officers and 1 count of that exact charge, but with a deadly weapon. So apparently they climbed a tower. We looked around and they said, hey, man, the action's down here. Climbed on down and started pushing a barricade into cops. And then Matt, according to the government, violently grabbed the cop's neck. Now, you'd think at this point, you're like, you know what? We're good. We checked all the boxes, did a little fun stuff. We toured the Capitol. Nah, Matt decided that he's going to spray chemical irritant. So he's out there running around with a can of bear spray and then tries to take the cop's baton. Now, not to be outdone, old Andrew over here starts throwing plastic chairs. My dude is Donkey Konging plastic chairs and hits a cop. So they're the first ones to walk out, and that kind of sets the stage for the type of people we want out there.
You know, as all these people that get behind are like the real true patriots, you can't look at me in the eye and tell me, yeah, I wouldn't mind if these guys lived next door to me. Like, it's absolutely not. You can believe what you want. Your political views are your own, even though you're wrong. But you can't tell me this is a guy you want, like, driving by your kid's bus stop. There's not a chance.
That guy seems even keeled, bear spraying after that. He's taking batons while his brother's out there throwing chairs at people. Yeah, looks good to me.
Well, thank God we're now under the supervision of the Party of Law and Order.
Always will be, at least for 4 years. Who knows?
Turns out you can back the blue all you want with bear mace. It's ridiculous.
So, bear mace, hopefully, is not a carcinogen, but even if it was, doesn't really matter because we're all pulling out of those Paris Accords, baby. Do you know who else is not in the Paris Accords?
I do not.
Oh, all right. This one's a fun one. Everybody listening, once you close your eyes, picture the world, got a couple pins in your hand. It's 5 countries. No, actually, I'm sorry. It's just 4 other countries. It's 5 with us. I mean, we can all find out where America is on a map, but Eritrea, Libya, South Sudan, and Yemen. We are in the presence of greatness. That is a go-to list of people just movers and shakers in the world.
I mean, just to be in that list of top-notch, most developed countries on Earth. This is let's just burn our trash country.
Yeah. Like there's one in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, like hold my beer. We're making one in the middle of our country. It's insane, man. It's Trump's whole thing about pulling out, and one of the statements that he made, he's like, I'm not gonna sabotage our industries while China gets to pollute. The funny thing about that is China's actually in the Paris Climate Accords. Back in about like 2015, when this thing was pretty much getting kicked out, and don't quote me on that date, that might be wrong. But back before this thing got signed, apparently America and China were producing 40% of the world's pollution. China has set goals to pretty much peak their emissions by 2030, become 2060, they want to be carbon neutral. Honestly, are those goals achievable? Who knows? But at least they're not like, F it. We're pulling out of everything. We're just throwing plastic in our river and carcinogens in our water. And as far as, they haven't really done that bad. They had 9 goals out of 15, according to the Paris Climate Accords that they set, and that they hit prior to the deadline. So they're actually on the right way.
Well, I think personally the new America is let's just dump that toxic sewage right into our rivers, because it would be so un-American to like make corporations have like a molecule of responsibility. And so sometimes you guys just got to look at bottom line. It's who cares if the world is ending in 200 years? I want to be rich now, and I don't care whose toes I'm stepping on for it.
Yeah, that's some policies.
China's eating us.
God, I love me some corporate greed. I can't wait till I get a couple dollars trickled down to me. No, that hasn't happened yet.
But if there's one thing we do know from history, it is the most power-hungry people on Earth that ascend their way to that singular percent, that controls 40% of our money. the power hungry always love just giving it away, to us plebeians.
Speaking of power hungry people,
ooh, what a segue.
What about Mein Kampf Elon over there? Like when you do a Nazi salute and then you say, "Nah, man, it's from the heart." Like I don't know, man. Like what's the McKee and Peele thing where they're talking about that, where he gets a little Hitler mustache?
Yeah, just watched it today. This is a legitimate comedy prop from the producers.
This is from the producers when he sees a Nazi flag. Yeah. Like, how do you roll up on stage and be like, you know what? I'm going to strike my chest and full on 45-degree. The grass in Austria grows this high.
I am a firm believer, and honestly, no sarcasm here. I am a firm believer. There is a certain level of wealth you hit where you're just like, if I think it can happen. Nothing can stop this. What's anybody gonna do? Here, hold my beer. Watch this.
Yeah, you think there's like a rich people DraftKings where they just start making bets on the craziest things they can do? Be like, bro, ain't no way. Like, okay, what kind of odds do you think he'll give me? He's like 6-1, and I'll offer up Greenland. I was like, I'll tell the orange guy. Next thing you know, he's up on stage throwing up Nazi salutes.
I'll bet you the $197 million we made in the past 4 days that you won't.
We drop nickels. This guy drops half a country's GDP.
Yeah, just yes.
Love it. But on the bright side, at least we can still talk about it because now we've got the restoration of free speech. This one's a biggie.
Oh, this is big. This is big. For a while there, we are our rights were just getting stomped on, where you couldn't just freely scream hate speech anywhere. We had we got rid of those stupid morals, and now we're back.
Yeah. When the whole I loved it when Zuckerberg came out. He's like, "Hi, fellow other humans." He's like, "We're getting rid of any kind of fact checking because they got rid of it at debates. We'll do it here. We're going to community notes." So it's that's one of the interesting things there.
I don't understand. Like fact checking was good. We hit a certain level, right? Like I've always told you, we should have just stopped all technology in 2001. We were good. We were fine.
Like we phones were golden. Let's move on.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Put on Jimmy Eat World and let's just be cool. But now there's so much misinformation and so much hoaxes, stolen elections, so on and so forth. The country's so split, and you're just pounded with differing facts, and none of it makes sense. The fact checking was good. We kind of need that. If we can't depend on, our news outlets to do it like they used to, it was nice that you actually had something like, actually, this is wrong.
Yeah, they're eating the cats, eating the dogs. Like, come on, bro. Like, they're not.
Yeah. Like, yeah. It was clear. It was easy. At least we had something we could fall back on and go, well, this doesn't seem true. Like, there's no way Kim Jong-un actually shot a perfect 18 on whatever beautiful greens they have over in North Korea.
Never poop. Let me verify this. Like, well, the fact checkers say it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see a community note about his poop process.
So, terrible time for all of us. But, hey.
Well, one of the things also, it's we're going to use a couple of our government dollars to actually investigate how the Biden administration imposed on free speech. So when they told you that, hey, man, maybe a horse dewormer or bleach in your bloodstream is not the best way to combat this virus, like that could have been just impeding on your free speech.
Maybe the true focus of this administration is to really just put in Darwinism. Like, if they're willing to do it, let's watch.
Yeah. Take the caution stickers off and see who survives.
I've always been told, like, I was one of those people where you can tell me something's going to hurt, but I need to do it to be able to truly get it. So maybe they're really thinking, like, let them put that penny in the light socket. Let's just see where it's going.
I mean, I'm not against it.
There should be at least some sort of like part where the government's like, hey guys, you know what? Maybe we'll put a warning on this. And they're like, no.
Well, you sound like a communist.
Yeah. Says the socialist.
Now, speaking of America first, there's no more Gulf of Mexico, baby. We're back. On a whole week when the French Quarter in New Orleans is getting snow, but Florida is getting pounded, and there's 10 inches coming to North Carolina.
Don't forget the snow in Texas.
Yeah. God, if their power grid's about to go back down again, too. Oh, yeah. So we got that going for us.
Excuse me. No.
We're the only country that uses the imperial system now. And now we have like different textbooks, and we don't have any mention of racism in them. Like, how did we start this country? We came over and the natives just gave it to us. Like, fair enough. Let's get back to 2020 when Trump came in.
Well, this is very freedom fries type of energy I'm getting out of this.
I forgot freedom fries.
And you know what? Out of everything I've seen so far, this one bothers me the least. Sure.
People are hard into the
freedom
fries.
I know it was dumb when Bush did it, but no, it'll be smart. It'll be smart when you do it.
Well, he too is a communist.
Definitely didn't do 9/11.
So yeah.
No.
Alone. He didn't do 9/11 alone. So, what's the next one we got here? So, no one's working from home in the federal government. Apparently, that's been a huge thing. But all the studies that they actually did is 10% of people work from home. Like, if I'm still putting in the work and I'm still doing everything, keep me off the road and keep me at home. There's less traffic. I'm all for people working remotely if they can.
Yeah, but if you're not commuting and thinking about killing yourself and you know,
like the guy in the
traffic or any other place where they have, a government work and, busy cities, if you're not thinking about killing yourself there, how are you going to, how are you going to freely spend? How are you going to enjoy life if you don't want to kill yourself now? You know what I mean?
If you're not driving for 45 minutes one way when you can just wake up, typing out some Excel spreadsheets, like, what are you really doing with your life? Like, come on, man. If you don't need to go in, don't go in. Like, anyone with a college education who can remote work, you can remote work. Like, just because your miserable boss has to be there, that's fine. He's got a Learjet and a yacht. Like, he can go and walk in there all day long.
Well, unfortunately, they also own these buildings.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And what are we going to do? Convert them to house the homeless they hate seeing?
You tell those communist poors to stay outside.
Why don't you poors just go buy more money?
So, on a subject of money, actually, and commuting to work, we're going to touch base on a goodie. There's no more. Well, actually, there's no more offshore drilling. That's what we call a double negative here in the business. So it's drill, baby, drill. Back for a couple baby seals. I mean, while windmills might be horrible to whales, I think a giant Deepwater Horizon has never done anything bad. Let's bring that bad boy back.
Well, we all found out that these giant windmills are driving birds insane and
turn people gay.
Yeah, and cancerous too. So now we have a bunch of gay cancer people who can't even look at birds flying beautifully
without getting rock hard. You can't be doing that on the beach wearing tight shorts, baby. It's the worst place for a windmill.
But now that we've already started this whole gear towards getting away from oil, getting all of our reserves out of there, and just being cool, now we're just going to backtrack all that work. And what I think is going to be interesting is if we're completely done with this whole, we're going to try and go electric and zero emissions and stuff. What's our it was just my heart Elon going to do with all these extra energy coupons he has?
Well, there's a whole thing about it, actually. I didn't get a chance to look into it. So another thing that came out today, Trump is canceling the EV credit.
Yep.
One of the things that people have talked about is, I mean, this is getting a lot of pushback, obviously, because rich people have electric cars and rich people control the government. So they're kind of doing a lot of pushback because a lot of these people want to buy the electric cars. There's a whole conversation. We'll get into that. But I honestly lost my train of thought right there.
Well, we could probably cut.
What they're going to do is they were actually going to revise how much of a car needs to be made in the States. So a lot of Elon's cars, like essentially the Tesla ones, are mostly, well, a lot of them are made more in the States than a lot of other manufacturers. So if you change the EV tax credit to actually just be for more of a car assembled domestically, then you can still keep the EV tax credit, and it only affects the buddy who helps you buy the election.
Oh. It's risky. A lot of people not loving Elon, turning sour on Tesla right now.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just Hitler salute. Like, it's okay. If his stockholders aren't angry at this point, I don't know what to tell you. Like, he still makes us money.
You know, I think the fun thing is, I think if you look at the liberal versus conservative buyers of these Teslas, I think it's pretty weighted one way. And those people aren't giant Elon fans anymore. So if they stop buying, it's going to force all the conservatives to now change their whole "my diesel or I die" into like, nope, I never said that. This is my new Cybertruck. Brown, brown.
Yeah. Downside is not the median income for a Cybertruck in a lot of Alabama. But, you know, it is what it is. I will
say, I did expect Teslas to be more expensive.
The Tesla Model 3 is the poor man's version. It's actually very, very affordable. Oh, caveat, because of a tax credit.
Yeah, it's if they end up following through with this, it is going to be interesting what that does to Tesla and what that does to our it was just my heart.
Buddy, like, because of him, they pulled a bill that had relief for 9/11 firefighters. And the what's it called? The budget bill. Elon's like, nah, man, we need to go ahead and gut that from there. We also pulled funding from kids with cancer. So he's going to revise this thing where it helps him make a couple shekels.
I mean, it certainly sounds efficient.
Yeah, well, you know what? Those kids didn't have much long to live anyway, so put the money towards something good. Speaking of people dying, let's go ahead and go on to another cliff here. Did you hear about the whole thing with John Bolton?
I did not.
So, John Bolton, he was a weird-looking guy from the first Trump presidency. He was a guy in his administration, and he got hired, and he was very big against Iran. So the U.S. did a whole deal with Iran where we pretty much gave him relief as long as they stopped doing any kind of research on nuclear weapons back in 2015. Bolton was hugely against that. So in 2018, Trump went ahead and pulled out of it. There's that whole thing about it. So they pull out of it. In 2019, they have a little tiff and taff. They don't like each other anymore. They unfriend each other on Facebook or Truth Social, whatever they're on.
He writes a book after it's too late.
And the thing about it is, like, afterwards, remember, like, Trump launched a missile in Iran, killed pretty much the commander of the Quds Force, Soleimani. My apologies on that one. And then Iran's like, nah, man, we're going to kill one of yours now. And they start looking around. And instead of going after someone close to Trump, they literally try to kill Bolton. Like, the U.S. had to be like, yeah, man, you can't kill this guy. So Trump pulled his security detail off of them. Like, Biden comes in, he's like, oh, cool, another nation's trying to kill you? No, we'll give you a couple of guys to stop that. This petty MFer comes in, and he's like, nah, let them kill you. And he pulls the detail from Bolton again.
Well, do we think it's because he's petty, or do we think because it has to do with government efficiency spending?
Well, it's also government efficiency spending. And part of that government efficiency spending is having pictures of the previous Secretary of Defenses. Trump went ahead and pulled off the picture of Gerald Milley off the wall.
Maybe it wasn't an efficient picture. We don't know.
The feng shui in that hallway wasn't vibing up. The guy who eats
this is the problem with the live media.
Yeah. Bunch of libtards.
Do your research. That picture was dragging down. It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
You got anything else that you remember seeing from just the past 24 hours? I mean, it's been a flu.
So I did a really good job yesterday of staying offline. I don't want to see it. I don't want to, it hurts my soul. And so I went through, I was like, what are the cool quick hits? And honestly, I got so wrapped up in the hat, I couldn't let it go. It's like, at least I can still have fun with this. But I read about Millie's picture. Billy Ray Cyrus is disastrous.
Billy Ray Cyrus did not do so well. He looked like he was hammered. But did you see the whole thing with Carrie Underwood?
I did not.
So I didn't watch any of the actual inauguration. Shocker, I know. But these things just keep popping up. Apparently, she was supposed to sing. So she's up there, and they have her. They're like, okay, everybody, I'm about to sing right now. And the music just cuts out. And I kid you not, it was a full minute of them all just standing there. No one says anything. They're all just like looking at each other. And then she's like, I'm just going to go ahead and sing it. Kind of like how Billy Ray Cyrus's guitar stopped working. And he's just started doing the finger snap. Yeah. She's like, if you know the song lyrics, just sing along. So she did that same thing. So they can book that. They can book that about as well as they can book the Four Seasons. I like the consistency.
Well, at least they did have the music queued up for the Village People. Those
are the gay anthem, right?
Well, I guess this is a new Village People, because I did catch a clip from one of the original guys. I don't know if I think he was the construction worker.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, none of those guys are from the original crew. None of us wanted to be a part of this. And also a handful of us are dead.
Wait, he got a bunch of scab Village people? He got a scab Indian?
I guess I'm assuming that means whatever Sony Music or whoever owns the rights to Village People was like, oh, you don't want to go? Here's your new Village person. Which one of you wants to be the super macho guy in the motorcycle hat?
It's like taking Marshmallow, any of those DJs with a giant helmet. Like, yeah, we're putting someone else in there.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just a dude at a turntable, homie. Like, we just press play on this recording, and you're gone.
Hey, you. DJ's not even a real thing. Just press play and wear this.
I mean, all you gotta do is just one hand up, jump up and down, wait for the beat to drop, and the kids let the acid take over the crowd. They're high as kites on Molly anyway.
You hit play and wave your hands around like you're doing something, or I swear to God, I'll get the Smoothie King guy in here right now.
You think you'll notice that there's someone else in that Daft Punk outfit? Like, no. Like, if it's somewhere in the area of what that body type was like cool.
Yeah, I saw, what was it? Carrie Underwood, the Village People, and Billy Ray Cyrus. So since, I mean, the hottest, hippest music there is out there.
Yeah.
Finger on the pulse of this generation.
So I think we got a good one. We're at about 34 minutes right now. We got the nuts and bolts done. I'm sure there'll be more coming out. And when it comes out, we'll be reporting on it.
Real quick, should we just quickly touch on how every inauguration, the front row has been just like the cabinet?
Mm-hmm.
This one was slightly different.
Mm.
This one we had who do we have? Jeff Bezos, who is not whose last name is not Amazon. We had Senator Musk. Who else am I seeing here? Zuck, and who's the guy from Google?
I believe it starts with a P.
Yeah, and whoever that guy is. We're just going to call him Mr. Google at this point.
Yeah, Captain Google. It sounds about right to me.
Yeah.
He doesn't know my name. Why should I know his?
Yeah, so all sitting front row.
Yeah. Weird.
Before the cabinet. It's weird.
Well, technically, I'll give Trump credit. He can't fire those guys. So those are guys who are going to be in the picture from start to finish. We know about a little bit of volatility in the previous administration.
Well, if there's one thing you can certainly count on, it is billionaires with little to no morals can always get along. There's never any issues of power struggles or slight petty acts after they feel like they've been slighted. Just
ask our boy Vivek, because he's still in Doge. Oh, he is gone.
And there he goes.
So thank you for joining us as always. We'll try to bring a couple more out. More updates coming.
All right, Alex. This has been another great episode. I'm Eric Halsey. This has been John Wayne Surge Protector, a 6040 production.
And remember,
Daddy, chill.
Later, Gators.